Hi, this is Matt with State of Flux with a quickie review for the film Cyrano. This is one that I probably could have just let slide, but I'm kind of upset that more people aren't talking about this movie. This came out very, very late in the Oscar season, and I think got overlooked by a lot of places, including the Academy, who only nominated it for one cosmetic award. But it's a lovely little film. The film I'm talking about is Cyrano, the musical about the Cyrano de Bergerac. And Peter Dinklage is really, really great in this film. He has a lot to work with, and even though he doesn't necessarily have the great chops of a traditional person in a musical, his performance is so good that it kind of elevates it, and it makes sense that his character wouldn't necessarily be a great singer or anything like that, because he's a poet at heart, but disfigured, and in the film they make him, for obvious reasons, a little person, because he's played by Peter Dinklage. I think in the original play it was that he had malformed face, disfigurements going on, but he's a character that wouldn't require a great singing voice, but he's supported by Haley Bennett, is Roxanne in the film, and the object of his affection, and she is fantastic in this movie. For my money, she was a person who I would have placed and given a nomination to over some of the people that were in fact nominated. She's really quite lovely in this film, and she's a really good actress in her own right that often gets overlooked. This is a Joe Wright film. You might recognize that name from the movie Atonement, and much like that film, he's very gifted at giving you a very beautiful canvas to look at any given moment. This film is stunningly gorgeous and should have been nominated for cinematography. That said, it didn't get that nomination, and this movie largely got forgotten. And I think the real reason why that was isn't necessarily that people think it's bad or anything like that. It's at 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's quite a lovely film, even if it's tragic in many, many places. The film is a musical where the musical elements of the film seem somewhat lackluster, and it's not because of the voices. I mentioned Peter Dinklage's, and his is serviceable. It's not vibrant like you'd get in a traditional musical, but it's the fact that this film kind of shoots the music like a stage play would. There is an intimacy to it, especially in the final song, but everything seems to be recorded on set, and then they layered music on top of it, and it just doesn't, it seems like it doesn't have the production value that the entire rest of the film does to really elevate the music, because the songs being sung are really good. There's a Romeo and Juliet kind of scene where the men in shadow are singing up to the beauty in the window, and their flirtatious bond is bouncing back and forth through song, and it's a beautiful song. Love this song, performed beautifully by the three actors involved. There's a love triangle thing. It's a thing. Check the movie out. I don't want to spoil any aspect of that. But it's kind of weighted down by the fact that this song is a rousing, gorgeous song, and it doesn't have the support behind it needs to really give it the oomph of any musical I've seen literally in the past few years. There are like West Side Story, La La Land, The Greatest Showman, In the Heights, all had great musical numbers that weren't. I'm not asking this film to be showy. I'm asking the audio to really have that thrust to invest you in the music, because the music is very good. This is a strong film. I'd give a very firm 3 stars. Could even be 3.5, but I'm sticking with 3 right now, just because the music is a touch lacking. But I do think that you should check this film out. I think the performances from the leads are really, really good. Who doesn't love Peter Dinklage? Joe Wright shot a gorgeous movie. I also like Joe Wright. He's a great filmmaker, and like to see him handle more things, because everything he touches is just quite beautiful, visually anyway. So yeah, did you see Cyrano? Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and thanks for watching. Bye.